just start by telling us what your reaction to the game is?
Great performance from start to finish. Every single guy, domination against the team at the top of the table. Complete domination.
Given that it was a dominant performance, I mean, what's the feeling walking away with the one point instead of 3?
Never satisfied, obviously, unless you get 3. But you know, if you've been around this sport long enough, you know sometimes you don't get 3 points. But for me, today, that's the bar. It was our best performance of the year, both sides of the ball. And you know, it's crazy in the sport that we could have 24 shots and to 6 and not get out of here with 3 points. But I was very pleased with the performance, and I have nothing more to say other than if we do that again, and if that's the best team in the league, I like our chances this year.
You guys aren't giving up a ton of chances. That hasn't been a problem in any of the last 5 games in which you failed to come away with the win. But yet you are giving up the goals. Why is that happening? I mean, is it just a matter of being better in moments? What is it?
Watch the goals. You tell me. Watch them. Again, happens. You gotta look at how many chances they had. Hardly any. Look at how many we had. And look at who controlled the game. We did. So at the end of the day, sometimes that's just the way it rolls, you know, and that's the way this sport is. You know, when you look at the first goal, it's a cross and kind of a fluky goal. Second one as well. At the end of the day, I'll take that performance every day of the week.
Seba Blanco is a guy that had a little bit of a slow start to the season, but over the course of the last 6 weeks or so has come on. Can you just talk about his progress and the way he's gotten comfortable in the team?
Yeah, he's been excellent. He's been excellent. Him and Asprilla. I think we got 2 guys that are playing in a way that we want them to play on the wings, both sides of the ball. You know, and that's what I have to keep perspective on. Outside of the not getting the 3 points today, we are getting better every single game, and today we showed everything that I want this team to represent. How I want them to play: keep the ball, create chances, dominate, press, be organized, play in transition, play with confidence, play with an aggressive mentality. Everything that I want to see out of this team, I saw today, except for the 3 points. 9 out of 10 times we'll win this game if we play that way. You give up 6 shots, you should win the game. If you have 24 shots, 60% possession, you should win the game. And yet in soccer you don't. But again, if you've been around this game, you know that happens.
Caleb, a week ago the talk was, what do you do at holding midfield with all the injuries? Just talk about the way Ben has played and Dee, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you'd say in our back 6, 5 players are probably not our first choice guys, you know, so those things get lost. And I'm telling you, if we keep progressing like we've been progressing the last several weeks, once we get guys healthy, you know, we've obviously built even more depth, even more spirit. I think our leadership has been improved in the last several weeks. And I think, again, we've played some of our best football recently, and today, for me, was our best game of the year. We played it, like I said, very aggressively, in a dominant way. And we haven't done that, you know, in some games this year. So I'm really pleased looking at the big picture of how we're coming together and the way we need to play and building our depth. And obviously, when we add in a few more pieces and Larice and even continue to get better, you know, we're going to have a really good end of the year. I'm confident in that.
And just again, Ben got forward quite a bit tonight. Just talk about him. He's played that role a while, obviously, but we haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah.
And, like, were you surprised at all with the way he has come in and influenced the game?
Yeah, no, I mean, if you remember a couple years back when he was healthy, you know, he was our starting holding mid, you know, for a run of games. So he has it in him. It's great that he's healthy again and he's gotten his confidence and he's in form. But with the way they play their midfield, we kind of, if you notice, we played Darlington a little deeper and they were locking in, DeLu was locking in on Darlington, and so we were kind of using Darlington to pull their midfield apart so that we could get through the lines. And like I said, I thought we found a lot of good spots and a lot of good chances today. So it wasn't like we struggled to create chances. We created a lot of chances, and it wasn't like we struggled defensively at all. We were very good defensively today.
On their first goal, is it a ball Jake needs to come for or read sooner? I mean, I don't know how much of a look you've had it yet, but what's your take on that play?
I need to watch it again, but came out of nowhere, obviously. Again, that's the sport. You know, one little moment where the ball gets crossed in, and you know, that can happen. But we'll look at it. We'll look at it for sure.
Last one.
Coach, you mentioned the improvements in leadership. That was obviously a big theme after the loss to Seattle. What specifically have you seen from the players, or what specific players have you seen kind of take up the challenge that you threw down to them 2 weeks ago?
I think every single guy has stepped up, and you know, as a coach that's been around a lot of teams over, you know, quite a few years and been in a lot of locker rooms, may not seem like it with the results, but I'll tell you this: we've come together, this team, and what's happening in this locker room right now is guys are stepping up, and you saw it on the pitch today with how bad they wanted to win that game. You know, down a goal and coming back and then pushing in the end. And I think we lost today. We ran out of time because there was only going to be one winner today with the way we were playing. And don't forget, that team's at the top of the table. You know, so if we're going to, you know, take some criticism for not being teams at the bottom, then we should take a little bit, just a little bit, give us a little bit of credit for dominating the best team in the league.
Thanks, everyone.